Good day everyone, my name is Gwen A. Grajales from BS Ed Values Education 2nd year, and my video presentation today is all about summarizing all the topics that presented in the learning packet. So let's start in Lesson 1. The Lesson 1 topic is Learner-Centered Theories of Learning. In this lesson, we discover the theories of learning and their proponents, such as cognitive learning theory, behaviorism learning theory, constructivism learning theory, humanism learning theory, and social constructivism learning theory that has different view of knowledge, view of learning, and view of motivation that helps the students and teachers meet their needs in understanding different learning. In this lesson, we can also know the type of learning, which are the motor learning, the verbal learning, the concept learning, the discrimination learning, learning principles, problem solving, and attitude learning that will help to know the basic ingredients to become succeeds in school. Lesson 2. The topic is a young, adolescent, and adult learners. In this lesson, we can know the different characteristics of young, adolescent, and adult as a learners that the teacher will be able to know on how to handle the stages of the learners. In this lesson, we can also know the principles of cognitive development, such as development proceeds in an orderly and predictable pattern. The period of rapid growth spurts in between periods of lower growth. The different individual develop at different rates, and the development that continually affected by both nature and nurture that is necessary to know and understand by the teachers and gain a lot of ideas and strategies in teaching the students. Lesson 3. The topic is Declarative, Procedural, and Functional and Development. In this lesson, we can know the three types of learning, which are the declarative, procedural, and functional. That teacher applied this to determine ways and strategies in carrying out the methodologies and activities that appropriate for the learning needs of the students. Lesson 4. The topic is Social Interaction, Interpersonal Relation, and Communication in the Learning Process. In this lesson, we can know the meaning and differences of social interaction, interpersonal relation, and communication that relates in facilitating a good relation and interaction between the teacher and the students. In this lesson, we can also discover the 5 indicators of social interaction, which is the exchange, competitive, cooperative, conflict, and coercion that classify the behavior of students and teachers. In Lesson 5, the topic is Research Findings of the Influences of Development. In this lesson, we conduct research that focuses on socio-cultural dimension of learning. It composed of factors with socio-cultural character to link the student learning and achievement, and that's the self-directing learning that focuses on educators' perspective that recognize the fundamental role of self and educators. In Lesson 6, the topic is Facilitating Learner-Centered Teaching. In this lesson, we conduct 3 professional reading research relates to facilitating learner-centered teaching and make a summary and reflection about it. We also perform a video presentation in which we act as a teacher and show depicting classroom situation on facilitating learners teaching. In Lesson 7, the topic is significance of development and social-cultural dimension of learning and selecting strategies and methodologies, and concept of individual difference in learning. In this lesson is more on educational implication of Vygotsky theory, intelligence and individual differences, and intelligence theories. An educational implication of Vygotsky theory is the process to understand how people learn in a social environment and create a unique social learning. It views interaction with the society as an effective way of developing skills and discover a lot of strategies. In intelligence and individual differences is the student different way of learning that includes individual differences and multiple intelligence. Also, the intelligence theories that compose at least 5 theories that consider important to know and understand by the teachers, such as Jean Piaget's theory of intellectual development, Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory, Edward Thorndike's multi-factors theory, Thornton's primary mental abilities, and Catalhorn fluid and crystallized intelligence theory. In Lesson 8, the topic is different learning style. In this lesson, we can learn different learning style and the source and factors that makes individuals different from each other. In this lesson, we conduct an interview to the professional teacher on how they will handle students and what strategies they do when they give a task or activities to the students. In this lesson, we can also know the VARK model of learning, which means the visual, the oral, reading, writing, and kinesthetic. We also know the 7 learning style, which means the visual, oral, verbal, physical, logical, solitary, and social. And the similarities and differences of the learning style expert, which is the Vark and Kolb, the Honey and Mumford and Sternberg, and 7 learning style and Vark that help the teachers learn and understand this style to apply in their educational fields. The last LP, the lesson 9. The topic is children with special needs. In this lesson, it focuses on children with special needs that identifies different categories of special needs as well as the behavior presence of such needs among students. In this lesson, you can see the characteristic of children with academic difficulties such as perceptual difficulty, memory difficulty, metacognitive difficulty, difficulty in processing oral language, reading difficulty, written language difficulty, mathematical difficulty, and difficulty with social perception. And also in this lesson, you can know the types of student that has different special needs, such as social behavioral disabilities, giftedness, ADHD, visual impairments, and severe and multiple disabilities that should give the teachers a frame in their teaching methodologies on how they will handle these students in one classroom. My reflection about facilitating learner-centered teaching is very helpful for the teachers because it is being a tool to create progress on each individual. The teacher works on a purpose as a designer, imposing knowledge upon his or her students in some creative manner, and as a good role model for change. From this purpose, progress of the teachers and students will be best in the future or through times. Facilitating learner-centered teaching is define the teaching methods as teachers in the class to incorporate students in the topic and requires that students appreciate learning works out, likewise to various learners, and react to learning foundation. The teacher moreover needs to work with students as a friend, make make the learning place more pleasant, deal with his or her lesson masterminds, and affect students by using particular educating system. So that would be all in my video presentation for today. Thank you for watching and God bless.